On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Helpless.
Unable to take care of oneself or to do things without help.
Examples:
Helpless baby. Helpless victims. I feel so helpless without you.
Hopeless.
Having no hope, despairing, having no chance of success.
Examples:
Hopeless situation. Hopeless at everything. After months of job searching, he felt hopeless and unsure of his future.
Rowdy.
A person who behaves in a loud, rough, or disorderly manner, causing a disturbance or annoyance to others.
Examples:
Rowdy behavior. Rowdy fans. The rowdy crowd at the concert caused a disturbance and had to be escorted out by security.
Scold.
To reprimand or criticize someone severely or angrily.
Examples:
Scold him for being late. Scold in a loud voice. He scolded his employees for not meeting their deadlines.
Pun.
A humorous play on words or use of words that sound similar but have different meanings, often for a comedic effect, a form of wordplay.
Examples:
Witty pun. Silly pun. The comedian's pun had the audience laughing out loud.
Amaze.
To fill with wonder, surprise, or admiration.
Examples:
Amaze and entertain visitors. Amaze everyone. The magician's tricks amazed the audience.
Slag.
The waste matter separated from metals during refining or smelting that is a glass-like byproduct, usually a mixture of silicon, sulfur, phosphorus, and other substances, the rough and jagged pieces of rock ejected by a volcano.
Examples:
Molten slag. Industrial slag. The construction workers removed the slag from the steel beams before welding them together.
Bunker.
A concrete shelter or underground room, typically for storing ammunition or protecting people from enemy fire, a hazard on a golf course, a large container for storing fuel.
Examples:
Coal bunker. Bunker facility. The soldiers took cover in the dugout bunker during the bombing. Revolutionize. To bring about a complete or radical change in something, often through the introduction of new methods or ideas.
Examples:
Revolutionize the industry. Revolutionize the technology. The invention of the smartphone revolutionized the way we communicate with each other.
Protract.
To prolong or lengthen in time, to extend the duration of something.
Examples:
Protract a meeting. Protract a war. The company's financial struggles protract the process of finding a buyer.
Retrospective.
Looking back on or dealing with past events or situations, particularly those that are considered important or influential. An exhibition or showing of a particular artist's work, covering an extended period of time.
Examples:
Retrospective review. Retrospective study. The retrospective exhibition featured some of the artist's earliest works.
Saunter.
A leisurely and unhurried walk or stroll, often taken for pleasure or to enjoy the surroundings. Verb, to walk in a slow, relaxed, and leisurely way, often in a confident and self-assured manner.
Examples:
Leisurely saunter. Saunter down the street. I went for a saunter through the park on a beautiful afternoon.
Telegraph.
A method of long-distance transmission of messages by electrical or radio signals.
Examples:
Answer by telegraph. Telegraph wires. The telegraph service was interrupted for a while.
Resigned.
Having accepted something unpleasant or difficult, particularly a job or situation, without complaint or resistance, accepting one's fate or circumstances.
Examples:
With a resigned voice. Resigned to their fate. She had a resigned look on her face when she realized that she had lost the race.
Resign.
To give up a position or job voluntarily, to accept something unpleasant or undesirable as inevitable.
Examples:
Resign all hopes. Resign to fate. After a long battle with her health, the teacher had no choice but to resign from her position.
Wig.
A head covering made of synthetic or real hair worn for a variety of reasons, including as a fashion accessory, to conceal hair loss or baldness, or as part of a costume.
Examples:
Curly wig. Blonde wig. She decided to wear a pink wig to the costume party.
Pry.
To force open or to try to get information from someone by asking too many questions.
Examples:
Pry a secret out of a person. Pry into the affairs. He used a crowbar to pry open the locked door.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Enlightenment.
Education that results in understanding and the spread of knowledge.
Examples:
Spiritual enlightenment. Enlightenment activity. He finally brought his enlightenment to perfection.
Subordinate.
Of lower rank or importance, often used to describe a person in a position of inferiority or inferior status, serving as a secondary or supporting element to something else.
Examples:
subordinate position, subordinate role. The CEO's subordinate employees were expected to follow his instructions without question.
Cheaply.
In a stingy or inexpensive manner.
Examples:
cheaply available, buy stock cheaply. You can live very cheaply in Southeast Asia.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair two pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
sew with thread, sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
industrious worker, industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Bribery.
The practice or attempt of offering something, usually money, to gain an unlawful advantage.
Examples:
bribery scandal, vulnerable to bribery. He is currently under accusation of fraud and bribery.
Underpin.
To support or strengthen the foundations of something.
Examples:
underpin a structure, underpin democratization. The research findings underpin the theory that human activities cause global warming.
Legitimacy.
The state or quality of being allowed and acceptable under the law, the state or quality of being founded on a reasonable or acceptable reason.
Examples:
democratic legitimacy, challenge the legitimacy. I'm going to deny the legitimacy of his claim.
Spearhead.
To lead or initiate an effort or campaign.
Examples:
spearhead campaign, spearhead movement. The CEO decided to spearhead the new project to ensure its success.
Whistleblower.
A person who reveals or reports illegal, unethical, or immoral activities, primarily in the workplace or government, that are not publicly known but harm the public interest or other people.
Examples:
anonymous whistleblower, government whistleblower. The government has laws in place to protect whistleblowers from retaliation.
Libel.
A false and damaging statement about someone that is published or broadcast to a wide audience, often to harm their reputation or character.
Examples:
sue a person for libel, libel lawsuit. She was accused of libel after publishing an article that made false and damaging statements about a public figure.
Dashboard.
A control panel set within the central console of a vehicle or small aircraft, a diagram that depicts critical information, typically one that provides a business overview.
Examples:
Auto dashboard, business dashboard. He noticed that the oil warning light on the dashboard of his car had turned on.
Dictator.
A political leader who has complete power over a country, especially one who has obtained control by force.
Examples:
Military dictator, a dictator with enormous powers. A popular uprising led to the overthrow of the dictator.
Funnel.
A tube or pipe that is wide at the top, sloping sides, narrow at the bottom, used for pouring liquids or powders into a small opening, a smokestack on a ship or steam engine.
Examples:
Separatory funnel, a funnel-shaped device. We have to use a funnel to pour petrol into the tank.
Agglomerate.
To collect or gather into a mass or cluster, to form or cause to form a cluster or agglomeration, to unite or join together, especially in a haphazard or consolidated manner.
Examples:
Agglomerate particles, agglomerate into a larger entity. We must agglomerate all the relevant data into one central database for easier analysis.
Illegitimate.
Not legally valid or recognized.
Examples:
An illegitimate occupation, illegitimate claim. He had an illegitimate child that he never acknowledged.
Diplomacy.
The art and practice of conducting negotiations between nations, organizations, or people. The fine art of dealing with people in a sensitive and effective way.
Examples:
The language of diplomacy, the art of diplomacy. Effective diplomacy is necessary to resolve conflicts and maintain relationships between countries.
Diplomat.
A person appointed by a government to conduct diplomacy equals the management of relationships between countries with one or more other countries or international organizations.
Examples:
Allied diplomat, expel a diplomat. The senior diplomat worked tirelessly to negotiate a peace treaty between the two countries.
Disgruntled.
Displeased, dissatisfied, or resentful, often because of unfair treatment or perceived injustices.
Examples:
Become disgruntled at work. Disgruntled customer. The disgruntled employee quit her job after being passed over for a promotion.
First-hand.
From the source, directly, adjective, received directly from a source.
Examples:
Hear customers' voices firsthand. Conduct first-hand research. The manager tried to hear customers' voices firsthand.
Statesman.
A man who is a respected leader or politician in national or international affairs.
Examples:
A woman statesman. International statesman. This statue honors a distinguished statesman.
Pompous.
Having or exhibiting excessive self-esteem or exaggerated dignity, very grand and elaborate.
Examples:
In a pompous manner. Pompous wedding. He often adopts a pompous attitude when speaking in public.
Endemic.
Of a disease or other problem, regularly found among particular people or in a certain area.
Examples:
Endemic disease. Cholera endemic area. Malaria is endemic in many tropical countries.
Embezzle.
To dishonestly take or steal money or property that one has been entrusted with, especially by one's employer or another authority.
Examples:
Embezzle money. Embezzled funds. He used his position of trust to embezzle donations meant for an orphanage.
Enrich.
To make better or improve in quality by adding something else.
Examples:
Enrich a gas with a balloon. Enrich public services. Reading not only increases knowledge, but also enriches life.
Secrecy.
The state or quality of being kept hidden or private, the act of keeping something confidential or unknown to others.
Examples:
Government secrecy. Maintain secrecy. The company's secrecy surrounding its new product launch has created consumer excitement and anticipation.
Abdicate.
To give up, renounce, or relinquish a throne, right, or responsibility.
Examples:
Abdicate his duties. Abdicate from the crown. The king abdicated his throne in favor of his son.
Seductive.
Tempting or alluring attractively or persuasively, often used to describe a person, behavior, or idea that is intended to lure or entice someone into a specific action or belief.
Examples:
A seductive smile. Seductive behavior. The actor's seductive gaze drew the audience's attention on stage.
Skepticism.
An attitude of doubting or questioning that claims or statements are true or valuable or that something will happen, the disbelief in any claims of ultimate knowledge.
Examples:
Natural skepticism. Skepticism toward bureaucracy. This party expresses skepticism about the efficacy of the health insurance system.
Humility.
The quality or condition of being humble, a low estimate of oneself.
Examples:
Develop an attitude of humility. Lack of humility. We were filled with humility at the sight of the Queen.
Reformer.
A person who makes changes to a system or law to improve it.
Examples:
Education reformer. Catalytic reformer. He is regarded as a passionate social reformer.
Autocrat.
A ruler with complete power over a country, typically one who has obtained power by force.
Examples:
The autocrat of the school. Autocrat regime. Authoritarian policies and a lack of personal freedoms characterized the autocrat's rule.
Embody.
To represent or exemplify something, to give tangible form to an abstract idea.
Examples:
Embody my goal. Embody a spirit of charity. The company's new products embody the values of innovation and sustainability.
Opaque.
Not transparent, not allowing light to pass through, not permitting a clear view.
Examples:
Opaque material. Opaque color. The curtains were made of opaque fabric that blocked out all light.
Cyber.
Relating to or involving computers, computer networks, or virtual reality.
Examples:
Cyberbullying. Cybercrime. Cyber-espionage between countries can have serious consequences.
Drone.
A low continuous humming noise, someone who takes more time than necessary, a pilotless aerial vehicle that is operated by remote control.
Examples:
Drone flight. The speaker's drone. He heard a drone of sirens roar from the neighboring town.
Colossal.
Extremely large and impressive.
Examples:
Colossal statue. A colossal success. The new building is truly colossal, towering over the surrounding buildings.
Capitol.
A building that houses a legislative assembly, especially the U.S. Congress.
Examples:
The nation's capital. Capitol Hill hearing. The Capitol building was a stunning example of classical architecture, with its marble columns and grand dome.
Intercept.
To stop and catch someone or something to prevent them from continuing to a destination.
Examples:
Intercept an enemy force. Intercept X-rays. It is illegal to intercept police radio.
Troublemaker.
A person who intentionally causes difficulties or problems for others, often by disruptive or provocative behavior. A person who tends to create or attract trouble or controversy.
Examples:
Troublemaker kid. Accused troublemaker. The teacher had to reprimand the troublemaker in class constantly.
Troublesome.
Causing difficulty or annoyance for someone.
Examples:
Undertake a troublesome task. Troublesome behavior. He had to resolve a troublesome event that happened unexpectedly.